We are now 3 full days on from the fire eruption at the Phoenix Electric Vehicle and Lithium-ion Battery Recycling Centre. It's almost like a bad joke that it's called Phoenix. Anyway, this centre is only about 40 minutes from where I currently am. Let's get into why this fire is proving so hard to extinguish. Welcome back to the channel. If you enjoy content like this, please do hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and also remember to leave your thoughts in the comments section below. Okay, so as probably many of you watching are aware of, electric vehicle and lithium-ion battery fires are pretty hard to extinguish. On top of that, the smoke and fumes are particularly toxic. When a single cell within a battery overheats, it spreads from one cell to another in a state known as thermal runaway. This results in a fire that burns far more ferociously and with a higher temperature than a normal fire. And where a normal fire can generally be smothered by cutting off its oxygen supply, an EV battery fire or lithium-ion battery fire generates its own oxygen supply, so that won't work either. In fact, as has been cited by the fire service, their preferred approach is just to allow one of these batteries to burn themselves out and use water purely as a containment method. What's particularly devastating about these fires is weeks or even months after they've gone out, they can reignite once again, starting the whole process over. That's one of the reasons why a lot of breakers' yards are refusing to accept electric vehicles onto their premises now, and those who do have special containment isolation areas. On that basis, you can imagine just how terrible it is when a battery recycling centre full of these batteries goes up in smoke. Well, let's take a look. I'm going to pause that for a second here because that is quite incredible. You've got these little sparks coming out of it and landing in the street. I suspect these are probably bits of battery, or it could actually be individual cells as they're igniting and going 20 foot in the air before dropping down. Unbelievable scenes. So let's continue on from that with a first-hand account from a resident who lives just next to it. So, terrified family flee home after swirling fire engulfs Kilwinning battery site. So, Laura heard the houses behind were told to evacuate, so they made the decision to get the kids and their dog and leave the area. Probably a good idea. But the family struggled to flee with thick black smoke filling the street. Sounds like a bloody war zone. Laura added, as we were trying to get out of the street, we had to stop on the road as we couldn't see through black smoke. Remember how toxic this stuff is as well. It was frightening watching how quickly the place went up and how close we were to it. Laura and the rest of her family arrived at a friend's house where the family watched the rest of the incident from their doorbell camera. Oh. So the fire has been burning for several days since that point, and the fire service have told everyone, keep your windows and doors closed, don't breathe this in, and if you're driving through the area, make sure your windows are closed, air conditioning off, vents closed, the whole bit. Obviously, good advice because smoke inhalation of any type is bad news, but in particular, toxic battery smoke is really nasty. Let's hope there's no respiratory problems reported over the coming days. Other than maybe a more considered approach as to where these plants are situated, I mean, look at its proximity to residential homes. Who thought that one up? I don't really think there's much else can be done. Violent fires are just in the nature of these lithium-ion batteries, particularly when they get damaged. It's not the first fire of its type, and it's likely not going to be the last. And when they do erupt, the environmental, the public health, and the resource impact is plain to see.